Can I trust you?
Of course. Can I trust you?
Always.
Eight years ago, you two were Citadel's top spies.
Watching news every night and getting all the influx of information that we get globally, I think we realize that there is so much more going on in the world than we can possibly imagine. And this brings it right to home. And was that part of the reason why you wanted to explore this?
Absolutely. It's such a great question and so perceptive. I think that there are, in our lives today, it feels like there are forces at work, right? That we may not see, we may not hear, but we know that they're there. And so this story hints at, well, what if it's this organization, right? What if it is this organization called Citadel or Manticore, right? That is operating within the shadows, within the confines of history. They're not in the textbooks. They're not, not in the history books, but they may be manipulating world events in some way. So it is that sort of what if realized and expressed in this big way.
I brought you here because I need your help.
I coached Little League.
There's my guy. Right now, every agent around the world is looking for you two.
Nadia.
Perdone, I think you have the wrong person.
It's exciting. It's action-packed. It's very psychological. And it's about relationships. Yeah. I mean, you really went beyond the traditional sort of limitations of an espionage thriller, because you're transcending time and
yes.
places and all of that. So tell me, was it tough to put it together?
Oh my goodness, it was so challenging. And out of that challenge, I think came a great product and great expression. I think what's so unique is that usually in the spy genre, we have 2-hour movies to, tell a story. Here we get to go home with our spies. We get to see into their pasts and into their futures. The 6-episode television medium allows for that kind of time and nuance and storytelling to really take hold and take flight. So that was so exciting to me, to peek behind the curtain, to look behind the mask and persona of these different spies and try and uncover who they really are beneath it all.
It was Mason Kane.
Mason Kane is dead.
Whoever betrayed us is readying for something cataclysmic.
Are we together?
Don't flatter yourself.
And I love the fact that you've got two very powerful women. I mean, one's a villain, one's a
yes.
good girl, we think.
Yes.
And they are dynamic, and I'm so grateful for that. They're not put into the standard kind of spy, You
look at Bond, you look at Bourne, you look at Mission Impossible, all male-driven series. And so what we wanted to do with this show was defy convention. Obviously, we love the spy genre, but it was, to take those conventions and sort of reinvent them, modernize them, turn them on their heads. And so having this great spy duo at the centerpiece was great. And having a villain in Dahlia, Lesley Manville, it was just so fun. And she's so brilliant. She's so delicious to write for.
I couldn't remember anything except you. You were a spy like me.
If you touch me, I'm gonna scream.
Catch.
Did you just throw a knife at me?
I thought you were going to catch it.
When you hand this over to the directors, do you go through it with them in terms of like the emotional points as well as the shooting points, or do you more or less leave that all up to them?
Yeah, no, I'm there sort of every step of the way. We tone the scripts, which is like we go through beat by beat, and with the actors and with, the crew. What are we after in each scene? Because with a show like this, there is so much subtext. There's so much beneath the surface and hidden. So it's so important for me as a writer, for example, to communicate to the actors, all right, this is what you're saying, but here's what I think is actually going on beneath the surface. It's like the iceberg effect, right? 90% of it is in the furtive looks and the glances and the intrigue and subtleties.
I have seen you before. In a dream.
Who you were was a myth. Who you were was Citadel, a spy agency loyal to no nation.
Are you kind of attracted to the darker side? I mean, would you ever see yourself doing something this complicated and layered with something that's not dark? Or is it just a richer field?
A lot of the things I've done have been, I suppose, darker, right? We delve into the darkness of the human beings and the characters and the things that I've written. But I think it would be a fun challenge to do something with a different tone, different genre, but same level of, high stakes and complexity. I would love to do that.
You did this.
Mason can never find out.
You told me to trust you.
Why would you trust me? I'm exceedingly untrustworthy. I'm a spy.
We were set up.
And there's no one else. It's just you and me.
Everything you know is a lie.
You know that I know the